12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to Geek Nonsense Now, where today, what are we talking about? Alternate reality. Talk about alternate reality. Or maybe this is the reality where we talk about something. No, this is the one where we talk about alternate realities.
Did we do alternate reality?
We did time travel, and we did virtual reality, and those two things kind of hedge upon alternate realities, but we never specifically talked about alternate realities, which is crazy because we did talk about time travel, and you'd think that would come up, would have come up more, but I'm interested to talk about this and how it goes into time travel and all different kinds of stuff. So, like, in some comics, I guess, like the DC comics, they have multiple Earths. And then in other kind of comics, they have, like, every single time you make a decision, you possibly create a branching timeline, meaning there's infinite realities. Do you guys think it's something like that? Infinite realities? And also, I can hear you uncrinkling that candy the entire time. I don't know how you got the most sensitive mic in the world, but it's just like... And you're sitting there like, nobody's going to see when I put something in my mouth, but it was me the whole time. Anyway.
At least when I grab something to eat on camera, I'm not crinkling the bag. I just walk into the next room.
Common courtesy.
Because the chicken doesn't come in a bag.
Where do you get your chicken?
A bag.
I'm like, bag me a chicken.
So
Chris,
I'm on the every decision is a branching timeline camp. That just seems to make the most sense. Because
so there's infinite realities, or is there a prime timeline?
What? No, I mean they each become their own. I guess there would have to be an originating one. Ooh,
and that's like in DC Comics.
The alternate one would be like where the Big Bang didn't occur.
Yeah, in the DC universe, there's like infinite timelines and stuff like that, and in one of them, there's actually the alternate Justice League called something else, and instead of Batman, there's Owlman, and Batman fights Owlman on like Prime Earth because that's a place where he's going to set off a bomb and destroy all realities because he's like all realities trace back to this one where the first choice was made.
Is his costume like hilariously owl themed?
Dude, he's like an alternate universe Batman, so it's kind of like that, but he's also who plays him?
I get it now. I thought it was just like some weird, like, funny cartoon. I didn't realize I'd get the
or is it more like the Watchmen owl, night owl costume? Because that wasn't
they're kind of the same.
It's kind of
they're kind of branch off. They're branch offs from one another.
Yeah.
If you watch in the opening credits of the Watchmen, Night Owl is punching out the guy who robs the bank. And so inadvertently, Batman doesn't exist in that world.
And he's voiced by James Woods. In the
James
this is what he looks
great.
like. That's someone a drawing did of them too. But yeah,
I like the eyes. They're probably the same as Batman's, but the accent all around them. Nope, they're not the same. That's hilarious.
They've got like black on the outside and then a silver. What is that? Who's got a truck backing up right next to them?
Are you serious? That's so far away. That's like a mile away.
That's what I'm saying.
You have the world's most sensitive
we can hear everything that happens.
Did you hear the cat just now?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be closer than whatever truck was backing up outside. Yes, we heard the cat.
All right, hold on. I'll work on this.
Oh, my gosh. Well, it's been month, so I don't see like a lot of.
Why didn't you tell me?
We did.
I don't listen to
every
you.
We've
episode.
always told you
The
you have a
clacking
very
computer
sensitive
key.
mic.
That you said your keyboard's really loud, which okay, it kind of is.
Yes.
So that was a
And,
keyboard
we can,
thing.
and it's in your mic picks it up. In an alternate reality,
There's a car
yeah,
horn.
it's just so terrible. Alternate reality. So, do you think then? But would destroying even the original timeline wouldn't? Why would that? I don't know why that would matter to.
No, because once it branches, it exists. And frankly, I think the original timeline is one where the Big Bang doesn't happen and everything's just still nothingness.
Well, then I don't think. Then there would be no.
It becomes a really complicated thought experiment because what in the original timeline there has to be two decisions, right? There has to be a decision made. So, but that decision is like the whole Big Bang theory, right? Like if it starts, there has to be an alternate universe where it doesn't start.
Right. So it's less a decision and more. I guess it would have to. It wouldn't just be each decision creates a branching timeline. It would be each random result creates a different timeline as well.
It is pretty arrogant to assume that different timelines are only made because of decisions that people make.
Well, aliens too.
No, I'm just saying any change.
Anything that would that's the whole point of there being infinite realities is a never-ending, uncountable number of them, or is there just this?
I'm not opposed to think like a couple, but like the whole like there's one for every decision. Like I don't know, that strikes me like maybe big events or things like that's just easier for me to comprehend. Like what if the Germans won World War II?
Well, would
what if we never fought the American Revolution? Like big events like that.
Well, yeah, but there's infinite number of those as well. Infinite number of ways that they won or didn't lose or didn't happen at all because of infinite number of things. Yeah, you're right to say that it's easy for you to comprehend because we can't actually comprehend infinity and things like that. So
yeah. So
it's easier to think of it as alternate.
Let's talk about
timelines.
our favorite alternate universes.
I'm rich. It's the one of them where I'm really rich. It's like, no, that's an impossibility. Never happened.
No. I think you have to come up with one. Like for me, it would be.
I just said mine.
But it has to be realistic.
Wow, rude.
No, I mean like. No, I'm just saying like I can't be like, I wish I could talk to whales. Like if you could change one small thing in your life,
I'd be rich.
Okay. It would be the universe where I'm just naturally thin. Like I don't have to like.
He's got a great
metabolism. I don't have to hit
metabolism.
the treadmill every day. Like I'm just like natural. Like I just naturally have a six pack. That would be what I would change.
Does that happen? People just naturally have muscles like that?
Like genetics and stuff. Yeah.
Well, they have to work out. You don't just have a.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like. That's what mine would be. Because then I wouldn't have to work out. Because working out is hard, and I don't like it.
Oh, that's why I'd want to be rich. And you just buy whatever you want.
All right, Andrew.
Look at Jeff Bezos before and after he got rich. He looks better after. It doesn't make any sense. Money. It's just money.
That is pretty good for him.
All celebrities, oh wow, you've looked the same since. Look at Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd has looked the same.
Paul Rudd is immortal.
Not age.
He looks the same, if not better, than he did when he was 18. It's like, what? How did you do that? Money, access to money. I'm sure of it.
That's why Prince Philip lived so long.
He did not look good though.
Yeah, I'll take.
I mean, towards the end,
he was very old school British.
Ooh,
Yeah, but he's also 99. Like
Old school.
you are not going to look good at 99. I'm
George Clooney probably will.
99.
I'm just saying, you have enough money, you look pretty. Although sometimes it gets scary. Oh, they have gotten better at like plastic surgery and stuff like that. So that technology has improved. Like, oh, lift my cheekbones up to here and pump my lips full of collagen. Take the fat out of my butt and put it in my face.
I don't know. I feel like my preferred reality was be, if I had to take an alternate reality, it'd be one where like evolution took a different path.
Wow. Chris wants to be rich. I want to be ripped. And you want to see what evolution looked like the other way.
Different path.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like what?
Okay.
I want to be a
Lizard
hybrid
person.
dolphin man.
No, that's just weird. Who? First off, I don't trust dolphins. All right, anything that's that smart and it is a person, I don't trust.
You're threatened by dolphins.
Yes, almost constantly.
Aren't you afraid of horses too?
No, I'm afraid of riding horses.
It's fair.
And it's not. It's less afraid of. I just don't like my mode of transportation being able to think. Like if I tell my car to go this way, it's going to go that way. If I tell the horse to go that way, and the horse wants to go that way, I'm going that way. I'm not stopping a horse. I know my limitations. They're far below horse.
So your fear of riding horses, that stemmed from you've never actually ridden a horse, right?
No, I have.
Did it not want to go the way that you wanted it to go?
Yeah, it was an asshole.
In an alternate reality.
It was a total prick.
In an alternate reality, Andrew is a cowboy.
I don't
The
like
horse
that reality.
went the direction that he meant to and he fell in love. Wouldn't he be a horse boy? Call him cowboy. Well, that's evolution taking a different turn. So you're a centaur. How do you feel about that?
Ooh.
Ew. Well, you're not riding a
kinda-
horse. It's just, and you know.
Well, you're always riding a horse.
I assume
Yeah.
you'd be hung like a horse, so that would.
Yeah, but so is everybody because then they're all centaurs. So like nobody is.
Well, how
I
do we
don't know.
know?
Lizard person seems
Maybe
cool.
you're the only one.
I'm thinking of like house design. Like how would that work if you're a
Probably one
ranchers,
floor.
all
Yeah.
ranchers,
Or like elevators.
or barns.
Yeah. Cleaning up after yourself. Oh man, I just crapped in the living room.
Nah,
Why don't I
live
have
in
any control over this?
I live in the woods. That's centaur.
Honey, did you change the hay again? 'Cause I liked my old hay.
this? Well, I mean, wouldn't you be able to eat other things? Because you're not a horse. You have hands too. You wouldn't. It's like, oh, the hay. Oh my god, I have a human mouth.
I meant for sleeping, not eat here.
Oh.
Just me in the corner, just.
Honey, did you change the hay? We have beds.
I think horses stand sleeping up.
Do
Or
they?
sleep standing up. Yeah, I think so.
Don't, until you tip them over.
Well, that's cow. I mean,
Well, that's
cows.
That's really anything.
If it's sleeping standing up,
Anything if it's tired enough.
if you push it and it falls. You know,
But no, I think lizard person, kind of, little.
Oh, so
or maybe
this
like
reality.
amphibious, that'd be kind of neat.
So you want an alternate reality where we're lizard people, cold-blooded.
Seems kind of cool. Hey, when it's hot out, that's great. I'll lay in the sun, and that will charge me up.
Chris,
And
Andrew,
when it's-
come here. I've got a nice rock we can lay on.
That's right. That seems neat. A nice existence. Lay
I
on a
can't
rock.
believe you're like, I'll take any, like, you have any alternate reality you can pick from. You're like, I'd like if I was a lizard man.
I want to be a lizard person.
Like, that's the best thing you can think of.
What? I'm sorry. Yours was rich.
That's better than being a lizard person. You didn't even say a rich lizard person. You're just a lizard person. You can be a poor
how do you
lizard
become rich as
person.
a lizard person?
What
You
you're
have the nicest
proposing is
rock.
essentially
Maybe you have
communism.
lots of sun and rocks. I don't know what you value. Maybe insects.
Exactly.
You've got-
What you're proposing is essentially communism.
Lizard.
It always comes
Okay,
down
hold
to
on.
communism.
Wait,
Oh
wait,
my
wait.
God.
How did we get from
Because all communists are lizard people. Duh.
No, because everything's shared.
a lot of communists are Russian, right? Wasn't that a thing?
Russian lizard people.
And that would make sense because it's cool.
I'm sorry.
there.
Wasn't Russian communism a thing?
I'm just making sure
No, I
I'm
think
not
he's
as good
talking
at
about
history.
Russian lizard.
I'm not
people.
as good at history.
It's one of the things, or fake history.
It wasn't-
Alternate history.
Look, America. Was this a thing?
Well, if lizard people, who knows? Some would say that they're in control of our government right now.
That is, I think, my favorite conspiracy theory.
The lizard people.
I think it is because it is so wild of a theory that like all the ruling leaders on the planet are secret lizard people.
I mean,
It is just the most outlandish theory I've ever heard, and I love it. It's my favorite conspiracy theory.
do people really believe this? Is
Sure.
this a thing?
Yeah.
That's one of the big ones, actually. Yeah, that's where like lizard people. That's why I was so surprised when you said it. I was like, so many people already think that that's a thing. So,
Fine, never mind. Fish person.
fish person. Well, that's just
Fish
sounds
person.
terrible.
What? I mean,
Which
Which
like
you're essentially
Jar Jar Binks,
proposing-
or
You're essentially
Well, I
just
live underwater.
proposing Kevin Costner's Water World.
an alternate reality.
You're literally describing
A
the
grim
plot of Water World.
alternate reality.
worse. There are worse ones.
Worse.
Not many, but
What, like fish people? Fish people.
I'm thinking more like Atlantis, kind of
Bird person.
Ooh, that's insane. Who would want to be a bird person?
You could fly, maybe.
I don't know. You'd have to have really big wings,
Yes.
like
How come lizard people
that makes way more sense.
fine, fish people?
I'm
fine.
just scaly and
Bird
cold-blooded.
You wouldn't be able to fly unless your wings were huge. Well, in an infinite level of possibilities, there's
Right, your
one
hollow
where
bones.
you got big old bird wings and you can
There's
fly.
one where the three of us are hanging out with big bird wings.
And I don't know, not
Our
big
fourth
bird
friends,
wings. Big bird wings. Big. Why do you guys have those giant yellow wings? Oh, these are Big Bird's wings. No.
How did you get them? Murder.
Sesame Street. Murder on Sesame Street.
Ooh.
Call in
That
the
would be-
homicide puppets.
That would be the best Law and Order SVU episode.
Murder
Where
on
just like
Sesame
Elliot
Street.
Stabler is just like, where are the cookies? And Cookie Monster's like, I don't know.
Cookie Monsters. And it's like, you killed him. You killed him for dough, didn't you? Yes, I needed the dough.
Just because then I would get
Give me
to
cookies
see
without dough.
then I would get to see Ice-T interact on Sesame Street, and that is a level of comedic brilliance I could not handle.
So what you're saying is these puppets done killed each other?
Yeah.
Yes, Ice-T, that's exactly what we're saying. That's
So you're telling me that
That's-
these two puppets got angry and beat the stuffing out of one another?
yes, Ice-T. That's exactly what we're saying.
So you're telling me that's like his entire job on that show is to restate things.
Right? Oh God. And
But
he's made a
somewhere there is
killing out of it.
somewhere there is an alternate universe where that show exists.
And he's actually just a glass of iced tea. Very much Rick and Morty, but alternate reality.
Yeah, I think that's a really that's one of the more interesting takes of alternate realities is Rick and Morty, where there's like one where they're just people are chairs. People are chairs.
Chair reality, and then there's
the pizza one.
What's
right?
interesting in that though is that now Rick could be lying. He does it all the time, but he says like, we're going to pick up and change realities. There's only so many that times we can do this or whatever. If there's an infinite number of realities, why would that be the case?
I mean, there's going to be a finite amount of realities in which we exist.
Why would you say that?
And,
You keep trying to take infinite and then say, well, there's going to be a finite, but I'm saying infinite, so no. There's infinite that's the thing, is that it's incomprehensible, but if there is indeed an infinite number of realities, then you wouldn't have to worry about
what
doing
I'm saying
that.
is, even in an infinite amount, okay, say they're not repeating then, okay? Is that an acceptable part of this premise? They don't repeat?
I guess.
Okay. So then they're each unique, and now there's going to be within a comfortable range for you.
How do you know though? They could differ as much as if a new reality or whatever isn't created by like a decision, but just by something being different or like a path divergent, then anytime anything ever so there's an infinite number. Oh, this Earth is different by that one because there's one less ant on that Earth.
Still
and
finite.
Like that's a okay.
I mean, it's an insane, exceptional number, but like, if say this world was to go to shit and you wanted to go to a new one and replace that Chris as a person, there's going to be a finite number of realities in which you could do it.
I disagree. Or to the fact that you'd have to be immortal to even live long enough to get to all of them. Because like I just said, there's an Earth that's exactly the same in every way, but there's one more ant on this one. And then
for our purposes, it's not finite because we would never be. You're right. We would never be able to visit all those things. It just
and one ant is really lucky.
At some point, you would run out of universes in which
missing the point.
You could jump in as a person, like
I like it for the show, but I just think that it doesn't actually work that way. That's just. It's a convenient thing for him to tell Morty so that they don't keep hopping. But also for the show, it's easier for people to understand, like, oh, they can't just always do this.
No, I agree. I don't think that's how it works either. I'm still very much on the branching. Like every moment, every random act or every decision creates a different one. Well,
then again, there would definitely be enough alternate realities for us to jump to if every decision I've ever made.
Well, in that case, yes. We're talking about a different scenario now than the one we were just talking about. I'm not claiming that now it's finite by that.
Okay. Then you should not ever claim that it's finite.
I will continue to.
After we've discussed, there's an infinite number of realities, and you're like, well, there's only a certain number. I'm like, that's the opposite.
No, there's not a finite number of realities. A finite.
I gotta.
That's interesting question.
That's good. That was a. Well, he's derailed my passion for that argument.
Yes, that's threw me for a loop.
Honestly, though, like you wouldn't even need to go through 37.
Here's the question: then is so we've already figured out a lot of the math, right? At like
definitely.
There are people working.
We're in line for a Fields Medal.
Yeah, there are people working on the math, including Chris.
Be afraid.
Who are working towards being able to let. So we've worked out the math. Wait, did Chris leave?
Finally.
How did he leave? Why did he leave? Oh, there you are.
I got resistance there for a second.
Okay, so we've worked out the math. Are we ever going
You did that while you were gone.
A way to be able to reach those other alternate universes, scientifically?
What about Schrodinger's universe?
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
That was well done. You set that one up.
I did.
Every universe is Schrodinger's universe to someone then.
If they're big enough to hold it in a box. There's a whole Futurama episode about that. So in my universe, I created a box that contains your universe, and in your universe, you created a box that contains my universe. Wait, how does that? Don't shake the box.
So I think, Sean, the answer is when we achieve time travel, because to go back.
When we do. That's ironic. It's time travel.
When we, as in,
it's already happened.
Beings and shut up. all of existence within the universe takes a step. They go back in time 1 minute. You've now traveled to an alternate timeline.
But with time travel, you don't travel to an alternate universe. You travel to the same universe,
But then you enter an alternate timeline at that exact moment, because the last time that it happened, you had time travel there.
The molecular structure of both Einstein and the car are completely intact.
Where the hell are they?
The appropriate question is, when the hell are they?
God, I love those movies.
Wouldn't then, if ever, like time travel, what would that do to the alternate reality? If every decision you make or choice you make, or whatever, by traveling in time, would you even come back to the same reality that you left, or would it just be indistinguishable to you?
I don't think, I mean, you'd have to, if you're okay, so you have your time travel machine to go back to the reality from which you left, you would need to have a concept of and the ability to move through realities as well. So I don't think so. I think if you travel forward in time, you're traveling along the same path that you're on at that moment.
Great Scott.
I know, this is heavy.
There just exists some reality out there where you just poof disappear.
Well, here's the other thing. I would think, time ship would also need to be a spaceship, because anything that's the in the universe right now, the Earth is hurtling through space. So if you go back in time physically here, you're going to end up in the middle of space or something when you come out, because the Earth isn't still there. People like to think, oh, we'll just be on Earth. Well, it's like, well, that's not very scientific to think that. So maybe people have created time machines, but they never took that into. I just always think about that when you see movies like
planets moving, they're just gonna like suffocate in space.
Well, yeah, if you traveled back in time, and all you traveled through was time, but not space, then the Earth wouldn't be in the same position whenever you got to whatever time period you're in. You know what I mean?
No, because if you go back a year, right?
Right.
Get in a time machine and go back a year, you will be a year from where you were before. The planet will still be in the right spot.
Well, the planet's moving through space, though.
Yeah, so if you go back 1 year, right? The planet will be in the same space in 1 year.
No.
Yeah.
The planet's constantly moving. Even if you try to go back, I don't know. It depends on how you're moving through time. Like, how are you moving through time?
Okay, what I'm saying...
Because the planet's moving, so you'd have to compensate for the movement of the planet, I would think, into those calculations.
But the planet... Okay. If you go back in time, the planet is also going back in time. The planet doesn't keep going forward.
Right.
So whenever you
but if you go back in time, but you don't move in space, what you're talking about, the time machine would have to include the entire Earth and take it. You'd be traveling.
We're talking about time.
So instead of us moving through time, you're moving
we're
time
talking
around
about
the
time.
universe.
Yeah, we're talking about time travel. And what I'm saying is, if the Earth's constantly moving and you're only traveling through time, but not space, then wherever you end up, the Earth is going to be where it was a year ago, not where it was when you left. So you'd be in the middle of space.
Okay, but a year is a full rotation. It's going to be in the same.
I'm not talking about the planets are all moving through the universe right now.
Okay.
So we're constantly traveling that way. So
Okay.
even as we go around the sun is hurtling through space. Our galaxy is hurtling through space. So you know what I'm saying now? Like the planet is not in this, even if it's the same position around the sun, yes, but the sun and everything else is hurtled through space however many millions of miles since then.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting at. And no one ever really thinks about that, because time travel is already so out there. We're just, we accept it as, they made a time travel thing. We'll just accept it and move on. But I think that's a really cool thing, that if you're considering like actually how to make a real time machine, you'd have to bring that sort of thing into effect, or it works some way that I'm too stupid to understand, which...
Since we are talking about the time machine, can we talk about the movie The Time Machine?
Maybe. Maybe that's what we've been trying to figure out. Yeah, if you time travel back to the beginning of this episode, Andrew will be a fish man, possibly a bird person. He wouldn't be happy about that. He doesn't want it, but we don't. Do we control it? I don't know.
I'd be a flightless bird person. Oh.
Why do you insist upon that?
First, why would you do that?
I don't want to be.
Flightless bird
Just fly.
What, a universe where we're all
fly?
penguins?
Not
Didn't
now. Try again.
No.
Please do that again.
That hurts.
It's okay. I'll save that clip for later.
Yay.
Next episode, this is going to start out. Welcome back. And here we have Bird Person. Oh, it's going to be fun.
Speaking of previous episodes, Andrew, do you have your spear?
You had an extra
no.
week to
And
craft it. Oh, man, that tiger would have killed you.
Okay.
In 2 weeks to build one spear. You're going to
Okay,
dig a pit
If
trap
I'm
and
building
fill
a
it with
spear to fight a
poop
tiger, that's
spears.
the only thing I have going on.
No,
In an
no,
alternate
no.
reality, you're in a tiger's belly. Oh, things are on fire now.
But they're supposed to be. It's okay, don't worry. I'm a fireman.
Having
By that I mean a
yourself
man who
on
sets
fire.
fires.
Yeah, having had been on fire before is not what makes someone a fireman.
I'm almost positive that's the criteria.
It's a fired man, burn person.
Ooh, good one. Burn person. All right, guys.
I didn't know they did time travel in Die Hard.
Yeah.
What?
Are you kidding me? Joseph Gordon-Levitt has to kill Bruce Willis, who's been he's from the future and he's sent back in time.
That was Die Hard 5, Looper.
Nope, that was just Looper. Damn it.
Yeah, that was Looper. That might have been what he was referring to.
But you were
Because I don't think there was time travel in Die Hard.
you were so convinced of it too. You just went with it, and I am so happy that
It's
I
like,
just let you run.
no, I've seen the movie. It's got
Oh
Bruce
yeah,
Willis,
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I'm like,
he gets sent back in time to kill him.
I don't think he is.
Man, the Die Hard series
the
really went off
classic.
the rails.
Hiring Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Like, I mean,
What are you nuts? No, wasn't he actually in like Die Hard 4?
no, that's Justin Long.
Oh, right. I get there. Wow, way to go, Justin Long, though.
But
Right?
I did hear Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Die Hard, and I was like, good for him. Good for him. I think that's good for him. I'm like, you know what? I could see it.
That Justin Long movie where he rides a bike in New York.
No, that's the other one.
Chicago?
No, not City. It's
Is that
Joseph
a
Gordon-Levitt,
musical?
isn't it? He's like a delivery kid.
Yeah, Premium Rush. Isn't that Justin Long?
Oh, Spider-Man. It's Tobey Maguire. He's delivering pizzas.
Okay.
Just
I got it.
Tobey Maguire, you know.
Whatever.
Basically interchangeable.
One of them played Frodo is all I know for sure.
Absolutely. Elijah Wood.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, like, or not Joseph Gordon, Justin Long had a period like where he really was crushing it, like movie wise. He had that like B-list comedy with the college, Accepted.
I'm looking him up because the name isn't familiar with me. Oh, okay, yeah.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
DeLorean?
It's got to have style.
I'm so excited for the electric DeLorean. I'll never afford one, but still, it's awesome.
Electric DeLorean, you say?
Yeah, they're bringing it back.
Why did you sound so disappointed?
Because I won't have one.
Oh.
Yeah, well,
It's like,
until
they're bringing it back.
until like carjacks.
Okay, so here's a question back on
How
top.
fast it's gonna go to get away?
If,
Anyway.
if you could go to, let's just say, the next alternate reality
Fish. Person.
Oh,
and interact with yourself, what would you do?
sex.
Damn it. Damn it. Fine.
Just kidding. I'm not that arrogant or
narcissistic.
Yeah, I don't think I could.
Self-absorbed.
Yeah,
Slap
I don't
box
think
and
I
a
could
one-eyed
look at
champ.
me and be like, "That's what I'm looking for." I'm too like that's
Nobody
me.
could.
Right? Yeah. Ugh. Stay away. We'd probably.
I would be like, if I
pull some
passed
pranks.
myself on the street, I'd be like, yeah, he's an attractive man, but like, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah.
Let me get some of that.
I'd be like, you know what?
It's
That's
okay. It's just like
Structure?
masturbation. We're the same person,
It's not.
isn't it?
No.
Twins do it.
No.
Dear God,
You know what? I've never been a twin. So I can't say for sure, but I'm going to say for sure they don't.
I don't know.
Your words.
I don't know.
sad.
I think it'd be weird. I'm not sure if I would like hanging out with myself.
You wouldn't. Trust us.
Kiff, we have a conundrum.
Well done, Andrew. That one
Oh man.
that one hurt. No, I just feel like I'm the kind of person where, like, you know, like I'm willing to pick up the remote and like watch what I want to watch. Like, I'm not going to ask other Sean what he wants to watch. He might be in the mood for a horror movie. I'm going to be like, no, we're watching this historical documentary.
But
I
he's
think
you.
One universe over, you'd probably get along pretty well.
Yeah, that could be the universe with one less ant.
You'd think, yeah, well, yeah, or anything else.
Man.
You know, I feel like you guys really needled in on that whole ant thing, which was just an example to show the slightest change that when we're talking about infinite reality. It's not. We don't need to. It's not
I don't
about.
understand. Something
Okay.
about ants.
That's fair.
What,
Yep.
What's the ant's name?
TT.
Termite.
I like. What was that, Chris? TT?
TT.
TT the ant.
Well,
Get it? Because that's like what.
Oh, it's for time travel. Yeah. Oh,
I was
good.
gonna say that's actually what some people
Oh.
call their ant. It's in, and it was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier last episode. He says, my TT, something else, and
spoiler.
Winter Soldier goes, your TT.
Yeah, I've
He's
never.
like, sorry,
heard
my
that.
aunt.
I've never
Okay.
heard that used, but okay.
Well, I'd
Anyway.
bring up the clip, but I don't have it downloaded, so I didn't know I was gonna need it.
I'll just stream the whole episode. Hold on.
We'll wait.
Disney.
Nobody talk.
It's fine.
What kind of ant is TT?
What?
What kind of ant?
Oh,
I'm still stuck on the ant.
Army
Ooh,
ant. We're still.
bullet.
It doesn't matter.
Bullet.
I'm
Do
just
you
like,
want ants? Because this is how you get ants.
What is it? The Scoville's the bullet ant tops the pain index. Is it the Scoville?
Scoville is peppers.
Yeah, it's something pain index. It was made by the guy who just like let a bunch of things bite and sting him.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I've seen that.
There's a YouTube channel that based around a guy that's doing that, and he lets all of them.
Yeah,
He talks about that scale. He's like, this one's rated the highest. So I'm gonna put it on my arm, and then you watch him writhe in pain for a while, and it's like, dude, this guy's got a great business plan. Like, as long as you don't mind horrific pain, definitely rolling in it.
I don't think that'd be a great business plan. I kind of mind horrific.
I want to be
pain.
rich. I don't care how. Actually, I do. I'd rather not do that, but
I mean, a bullet ant got its name because
I'll
it's
film
akin
it.
to being shot.
yeah. Well, would you get shot to be rich
No.
if you knew you wouldn't die?
Ooh.
Where am I getting
Yeah.
shot?
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Where
for
am I
certain places I
getting
wouldn't. No, that wouldn't be worth it.
Oh, right. All right. Well, he's rich, but he's still the dickless wonder ever since he got his dick blown off.
Nope, I'm good. I'm fine being poor.
Well, you could get a prosthetic. That
Oh no.
was supposed to be used as a leg, sir.
I just really
that why they're
psyched
toes?
myself up. I'd be like,
On a
let's
tripod.
do this.
Okay, fine. Where would you take being Schmidt pain index? Thank you.
Thank you, just some fox.
Oh
Thank you.
God, I never would have remembered that. Whoever
Much
Schmidt is,
appreciated.
he's a moron.
Schmidt, well, he's a guy. Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, he's got something named after him.
How
Good
would
for
you
him.
rate
Yeah,
your pain? It's shitty. We're gonna call it the Schmidt Pain Index.
All right, so if you were going to get shot to be, rich afterwards, what are your no-goes?
I mean, pretty much the genitalia. Probably I wouldn't want it in the face either.
Could I choose where it goes instead of where it doesn't go?
So you get to wait, where
if you
where
have
do you want to
less
shoot
area,
yourself?
No, I mean
Would you like $1 million? Give me that gun.
No,
Why did you do that?
if you were like, okay, I'll give you $1 million if I shoot you in the kneecap, I would be like, that's way too low to negotiate. But that's very painful.
Shoot me in the thigh. That's higher.
No, if I get shot in the kneecap, my knee is done.
And you're rich.
Again. But if you get shot in the
You can
upper
buy a
pectoral,
You don't need knees anymore.
no, but if you get shot in the upper pectoral, you can make a full recovery. So if you were okay, I'll let you for 50. Now I'm putting a price on my own.
1,000.
In this week's episode, Rick puts a price on his own head.
Wow, now I'm trying to value myself. It's not great. Okay, if you said for $1 billion, which is not my actual number, contact this offers.
$1 billion.
My gun.
Oh.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang!
Wow.
Yeah, I'm willing to entertain offers.
Is each bullet another $1 billion?
But if they were okay,
I got two balls.
Pop.
Yeah, I don't want to
Empty the chamber.
I'm not giving you a 2-for-1 deal. Where,
If I
It's
use
a
your
billion.
shotgun.
Well, at some
It's a
point you'll
billion.
die from lead poisoning.
it's $1 billion
Leave it
per
in there.
round, but for if you buy 5, I'll give you the 6th for free. But
Can't pass up a bargain like that.
It's the
I
worst
can
Russian
choose where I'm
roulette
gonna
ever.
get hit. Yeah.
It's way better. Regular Russian roulette, you point the gun at your head and you die.
Oh, if you lose.
Okay, and if you win, you still don't end up a billionaire. So how is this a worse game of Russian roulette?
Well, what are you talking about?
live.
You don't end up a billionaire. What if you're playing Russian roulette for $1 billion? We're talking about a scenario where someone says, "I'll give you $1 billion to shoot you." It could be Russian roulette.
We
what?
established that we
Negotiate it.
weren't going to die at the beginning of this. And a Russian roulette version where you live for sure is better than a version where maybe you die.
I'm just saying that would definitely be multiple.
Look,
would
it's no
up my-
bucket and cup argument, but you got to give me this one.
That would up
Look,
my
all I'm
multiple.
saying is that if it's like a, I don't know, whatever the odds would be, 1 in 6, then
We should never
That-
go to Las Vegas.
Mm-mm.
if you can't figure out the odds for a 6,
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, but
they're
no, it's a
not
6-shooter
playing
split
Russian
between 2.
roulette
So then
in
it's
Vegas.
1/6
know.
to split between the two of you. So it's still
it's in like the back room.
50-50. I don't.
It's that place where all the gunshots keep occasionally ringing out
We've
from.
established we're really good at math. We don't need to explain it to anyone. All right.
That's why I'm saying that we should not go to Vegas. Not because of Russian roulette, just because we'd be terrible.
Lawrence Fishburne can beat the shit out of us.
We'll use tons of. Is that what happens? I'd probably
Yeah.
just Nick
Like in
Cage myself to
21.
death.
Remember, he beats the hell out of him.
Feed yourself to death.
Nick Cage. He's in that movie where he's an alcoholic and he hires a prostitute, but then all he does is drink and die in front of her. Is that Casino?
seen that.
Fuck.
Yeah, with Pesci.
I haven't seen it.
That's the okay.
Nick Cage is the love interest.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Some fever dream.
That's what it sounded like, actually.
All right, look, all I'm saying is that if you could play a game of Russian roulette to win $1 billion and maybe not get shot or definitely get shot but not die, what would you choose?
The second one.
The one where I'm guaranteed to live
Yeah.
and
Yeah, but
make
you're
money
still
off
getting
of it.
shot. There's a chance you could not get shot in this other one.
Yeah, there's also a chance in that one that I die. See, that's the chance that I'm not willing to take. Death.
Yeah.
It's actually the only thing that everyone's guaranteed the minute that they're born.
Wow, that got deep.
Yeah.
Well,
bummer.
2 things guaranteed in life: death and taxes. And
yeah. Sure.
Just saying.
Never heard it before.
You don't need to encourage your death in any way, really, because it doesn't need any help. Everybody dies. Leaving Las Vegas. That was the name of the movie where Nicolas Cage stars as a suicidal alcoholic in Las Vegas who, having lost his family and been recently fired, decided to move to Las Vegas and drink himself to death. It's a romance.
Okay.
And a drama.
Like Fear and Loathing, kind of.
Except like way more depressing and way creepier. He looks bad in this movie. Although there's a really funny part where he's
Nicolas Cage never looks good.
Yeah, but he looks like a real bad alcoholic in this. But there's a point where he's driving into Las Vegas and like a cop pulls up next to him. And he's like, and he just like kind of nods at it, and then the cop like pulls away and he just lifts up a bottle of vodka and just starts chugging it. That always made me laugh. But then he goes and tries to, drink himself to death. So it's good.
This movie
good,
sounds like a giant
film.
bummer. Like,
It's
it's really.
It's a Nick Cage film. You never know what you're gonna get with him.
I'll add it to my.
Sometimes you'll get. What was that one where the world
Here's
was
a
ending?
better one, a better Nick Cage movie, Matchstick Men. He plays an OCD con man, and his partner somewhat is Sam Rockwell. Good movie.
Yes.
He's in Wind Talkers, right?
Wait, is that one the one, or was that
one in the Pacific?
What was the one?
Where he's with the Navajo Code Talker.
I think that was him. Or why am I thinking? Was that guy?
He did good. He did.
Who was in Braveheart?
He's not in Braveheart.
No, I was thinking Mel Gibson. I think
Anti-Semite?
Mel Gibson was in Wind Talkers, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, Lou said he won an Oscar for.
For What Women Want.
Oh, he won an Oscar for Leaving Las Vegas.
Boom. Good movie, like I said.
Knowing is the Nick Cage movie with the disaster movie.
Knowing? I don't even know if I've heard of that. I thought I was well aware of every Nick Cage movie.
Really? It's from 2006. It's 2000. I
can
6.
Easily say that I have never seen this movie. What is happening? Okay, let me see. I got it. Andrew, have you seen it?
Yes.
What movie?
Okay.
No.
What is happening right there?
I don't fucking remember.
What?
To that.
Dude, I saw it one time in the theaters and it was bad.
What are those things? Are they the things that know?
No, they're the knowing.
They're from the director of iRobot. Well, I could have told you.
I don't remember much about it. Now I want to see it again.
You just saw Nick Cage.
That's kind of
everything this guy touches is gold.
National Treasure movies. So.
National Treasure's good.
Those are good films.
Speaking of a National Treasure,
he's good. He's got Con Air, which is
Benjamin Gates. Oh, Con Air's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Wicker Man.
I don't think I've seen that.
Wicker Man.
Ooh, he was in the. Leo brings up a good point. He was in the most recent Wicker Man adaptation. The bees, not the
the bees. The bees.
I knew that would be bad when I watched it, and I still enjoyed it just as much as I thought it would.
Yeah, it's like when you heard Snakes on a Plane is coming out.
Oh, I saw that in theaters.
It's gonna be bad, but the good kind of bad.
I mean, they weren't originally gonna be that, and then like the premise was kind of announced, and they leaned into it. Are you giving us the finger?
Well, I heard that someone was actually talking about it like a joke, like Snakes on a Plane, and Sam Jackson overheard, and he was like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah.
He's got the kind of pull that he could demand something. Someone's like, Sam Jackson just said he's in for this film. Well, I was just kidding, but now we're making it because Sam Jackson's attached.
He's been in so many movies.
To Snakes on a Plane. It was honestly just a lyric from that song, Birds and Snakes in an Airplane. He overheard that. He was like, I'm in. That's it. What's the premise for every movie? Snakes on a plane. So what happens?
There you go.
Just like it sounds.
I remember that part where they used the luggage to like stop the snakes from coming in.
A barrier of luggage. Yeah, there's.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite part. Because I was like, that would never work.
And they were just like, well, just what's the plot of this movie? Well, apparently a guy's trying to assassinate one person, and he thinks the best way to do that is to fill a plane with snakes. How is that the easiest way? Like,
that's a questionable decision.
I don't know, but a movie I enjoyed and shouldn't have was Soul Plane. It was not a good movie, but I enjoyed that.
That's the movie they made like in response to the Airplane movies. But they were like, let's make it for a black audience.
Yeah, it was
black
basically barbershop plus plane.
Actually, I never saw it.
Without
Snoop Dogg's in it, right?
Yes, and he's probably the best actor in it. So
he is a surprisingly good actor, I feel like.
He's hilarious in Starsky and Hutch.
Oh yeah. Wow.
You know a lot about golf. I know even more about grass.
And what's great is he basically
like weed.
Way to catch up.
See that movie so many times.
Yeah.
I think he's good. I like him. I like watching him and stuff.
I like him. I'm a fan. What's wrong?
I thought I never caught that joke before.
I was like, are you still upset about that?
You're still processing that.
It was a good
I've
joke.
seen the movie like 8 or 9 times. Like we would watch that or Out Cold for like years.
Out Cold is a good one too.
It's a classic. Zach Galifianakis.
God, we watched that. How many times did we watch that?
Probably a lot. He got his dick caught in the hot tub.
When we went snowboarding in high school, like how many times did we watch that?
A lot. It was a lot.
I mean, it has to be like 20
I always
times.
thought that the lead in that was the same guy from Mallrats, but apparently that's his brother.
He has like a twin, yeah.
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 And apparently twins fuck, so like that's.
Where did you hear that? What's wrong with you?
I hate you so much, Chris.
Why would anyone say that?
I hate you so much.
Very concerned about this.
Not even in an alternate reality. Although, given that there are infinite ones, there would have to be one where that's happening. Planet of the Twins.
Apes. Planet of the Apes. That's a good alternate reality.
Oh,
movie.
well, it's like the Cersei and the Lannisters in Game of Thrones. There you go. Boom. See? Alternate reality with dragons and incest.
No,
I didn't watch Game of Thrones until like the final season was coming out, and I was like, "Oh, I should catch up because it's right up my alley." And I got to like halfway through season 4, almost season 5, when like the show ended, and everybody went, "Well, that was crap." I'm like, well, that's good. I can stop now.
Yeah, they really fudged up the ending.
Okay, so alternate reality, Planet of the Apes. Did you guys know like the original? There was like 5 Planet of the Apes movies.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, and they were like really bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's why they remade them.
There's one where there's like a
new ones are
council of like
amazing.
people, like missile people underground.
Yeah, that's I think the 4th one.
The Morlocks. Oh, wait, that's the time machine.
No, yeah, it's time. That's Orson Welles.
Yeah.
No, H.G. Wells.
HG.
HG. The big H.
Orson Welles ate his fat ass to death.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, guys.
There was one result for alternate reality from the New England Journal, and it's this.
Oh my God.
I don't know why. I'm kind of fascinated to find out why they thought this had to do with alternate reality. It's the only thing that popped up.
I'm very excited for this.
It's a little zoomed in. Pull it out.
2011.
Oh man. How do I get out?
Better.
Yes, we.
Oh no!
Continue the article.
Join your
It's
email.
premium content.
No.
This
Oh.
is premium content.
I thought we were going to be locked out until we signed up.
Yeah, no, they're just like they know that if they did that, no one would ever go to their website.
Well,
They're listening. They're watching us and being like, God, we got to make them sign up for this stuff.
This is premium
anything,
content.
I feel like it's a ton of free advertising.
Oh, look,
That's a nice quilt.
all of our
Fish
listeners
around a tree. Maybe that's the
I
tree
like
of
that.
fish
That is
people.
Beautiful.
Toes.
I've never quilted anything, but that seems really hard.
Wait, what?
Wasaki.
Toes?
What?
Quilts warm Connecticut writer Barbara Wasaki's toes. Okay.
To light her eyes.
Okay, yeah. So the sentence doesn't make sense, right? That's not just.
In an alternate reality, this is interesting.
I don't know. I still think the comment section of this website is really where it shines.
Are there comments?
Not on this one.
This
Somehow
is
quilts
premium
didn't just
content,
inspire
alright?
people to start gabbing.
Yeah, Chris, go to the most recent article and let's go to the comments.
Yeah.
Well, let's just see. New England Today.
Today.
Featured stories.
Yes.
Virtual visit. A church or B&M brown bread in a can.
Sure.
Brown bread in a can.
Uh-oh, I'll be the deciding vote here. Bread in a can.
Bread in a can.
A ready-to-eat version of the regional bread favorite. Brown bread in a can is quirky, beloved, and convenient. I don't... 86 votes give this 4 out of 5 stars. The readers of New England Today are like, yeah, bread in a can. This is the kind of premium content that we show up for.
Oh my
wow.
god.
I've never heard of this. This is
New England's finest.
Bowel movement in a can.
This is
brown bread. That's what it looks like. It looks like
there's an original on there. Do they have different flavors?
oh my god.
It's not clear.
They can't.
BM. The letters stand for co-founders Burnham and no, it's got to be bowel movement.
Canned
Sweet
bread been around for
variety.
so long, it's hard to imagine a time it wasn't for sale. What?
Buy them or bake them, but always
Who can
enjoy.
remember a time before canned bread?
Why does it said buy them or bake them?
Well, you're in the store.
Wouldn't you buy them and bake them?
Peel them and
Nope.
bake them.
You either bake these or you buy them, you son of a bitch.
I don't know what's going on.
Also,
New
I'd
England-
like
see,
to let you
there's
know-
baked beans. I understand baked beans in a can.
I
Why do they
get-
keep talking about bread?
I'm concerned about bread.
What's the bread? That,
Wait,
I have a
no,
pack of 12 being
for
delivered
a second,
Sunday.
I thought it
April
just
18th.
ended.
yeah, I
without
thought that
an
was the end too. I was like,
explanation.
what?
Here's some brown bread.
Oh, look at this. It's so with,
I'm sorry.
Original
with raisins.
No, not with raisins. With raisins.
Why are you putting with raisins in quotes? Are you implying that there aren't actually any raisins?
Like what?
You have to use a can opener.
And then with a gentle shake, you have to get the top and bottom because it's sealed in there.
How do you get your bread out? Well,
The
first,
bread
I shake.
emerges. Look, with a gentle shake, the bread emerges. What do you mean it emerges? You shake it, then you
From
sit
its,
down, it
from
starts
its
to creep
slumber,
out.
the bread emerges.
Ooh. Crawls out of the can.
I feel like
and-
it's starting to be like a romance.
Oh no,
And
it's
smokes.
poo. Made from natural ingredients. So they poo in a can and they sell these bowel movements to unsuspecting New Englanders.
Well, they have them on Amazon, and I just ordered a case.
Of bread?
Brown bread in a can.
Did you really just order?
Did you really, or is this going to be like your spear?
Yeah,
Okay,
next week.
first off, first of all, I'm sorry. I got a little busy. I got some time now. What if we want to do like a special spear episode? Pop in Saturday night, do a 10-minute thing. I'll show you my fucking spear that I'll make in the next 2 days.
You seem like upset, but here's the thing. It was
I
like
said that the last time.
your idea. It was like, I'll have a spear for you next week.
Yeah,
It's
that was
been-
my bad. I totally spaced on it.
I just don't know how great it was that you just got angry at us. If this is what we're gonna do, all right, then why don't we do it right? It's like, well, go ahead.
All right, fine. That's what
Doesn't
we're
that
doing.
look
I'll see
appetizing?
you Saturday night with a spear.
If that's what it looks like,
another 2-week extension
going in.
No, 2 day.
You want to see what there's got to be comments on this, right? Let's go. Are you a fan of brown bread in a can? Are there other colors of bread that they have?
Not in a can.
Brown bread in a can. Do you like it with butter or beans? Hot dogs, all three.
Is this actually a thing we can buy?
Yes, it's on Amazon. If you Google bread,
I'm not kidding. I have
this
a case
article
of
is the
12
first
coming.
one to come up.
Cook
it her way. My head cooked.
Kids, as they were. Oh God, that's gross.
We would cook it. What?
1 pound.
Every Saturday, it was heaven.
Okay, all right. Here's one.
I'm Canadian.
$8. Free delivery Monday, April 19th. I'm
Wait,
getting it.
there's singular. There's singular ones available.
Yeah, look at this. Read this.
Maybe set me back a week.
I'm Canadian, and I was given this as a gift by a proud Mainer. I've read all the comments about how nostalgically live this can is, and I've been working up the courage for the past 2 weeks. The instructions on how to open it from both ends and push maybe set me back a week. However, I am optimistic and set a do or die date of end of February. Oh my God. The best way to get the darn thing out of the can.
Get the damn thing out of the
It's supposed to emerge. Push the loaf through. Come on. How? How could you use that kind of terminology and not
this? This. Always use one.
And then pinch off the loaf when you've got enough bread. Bread.
Wipe it down.
Cook it. Oh my God.
Whew.
Amazon has it. Yeah.
Amazon has it.
All right, gentlemen. Well, I'll let you know when my case arrives from Amazon, and I'll spread some cheer and bring some to you guys as well. But if you'd like to get together Saturday evening at some point, just maybe a few minutes, I'll show you my spear.
Ew.
Also, the one I make.
That's exactly what I figured you were saying. Ew.
Yeah.
You know what, Chris? I would be willing.
We're still. Are we done?
Chris,
Is that it for our show?
I would be willing to take some time to do a live stream to go to Andrew's or to go to Randy's on Saturday and see his spear.
I don't know if I want to see his spear in person.
It's gonna be devastating.
It's hard enough to look at on video.
Andrew, can you make
He
a
sends me it
spear
every
by
morning.
Saturday?
Of course I can.
Because I'm not kidding. I will show up.
All right, we'll have
Okay.
to see about that. Are we done for tonight, though? Is that?
Oh, yeah, we're
Yeah,
just
okay.
scheduling our spear date.
Well, I don't think that is. All right, we'll see you
Bye.
next time.